Welcome. My name is Brian Knight, and I live near Melbourne in Australia, and it's just turned start at 5 a.m. in the morning on a Friday. This is the last day of the last 24 hours roughly of the trading week. And as normally has happened, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is well, it's still your Thursday, isn't it, Darren? So anyway, this is the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is where most of the action has occurred. Let me just share this first. So welcome to this live FOREX analysis session. Please note any trades discussed in this group will be classed purely as educational only. The reason for that is that it's because we're a group of people helping each other and we're not financial advisors. There is a full risk disclosure and a bit about us as live session traders here. Right. Now, this is my trading platform. Interesting. Oh, I'm down to 13 trades. Look at the movement. What was this one? Euro JPY. It's like, wow. Bang. So lots of JPYs have moved around. I don't know if you saw this, Darren.
I did. It was when New York opened. There was
I was looking to try and see what was happening, but
there was data that came out New York opening that pushed the dollar down and somehow affects the JPYs as well. I did read something about it. But then also earlier on, before that, there was GBP.
Yeah.
The GDP growth forecast for the pound came in higher than, the actual came in higher than forecast. So that initially pushed the pound up, I think.
Yeah.
Then in the US news later on moved everything around again. So yeah. So as you said, there was quite a bit of movement.
Well, the thing is, I'll just show you the thing. Well, where is it? So, NZDCHF is the only sort of one that I'm negative in. They're all sort of positive. For me, the equity is the thing still. I'm slightly down on equity at the moment, but it has actually, if you look at history, it was the GBP AUD that I got knocked out. It was 91 pips. I thought I had it a bit closer than that, but anyway. And the Euro CHF got knocked out at 56. So that's about what my margin was for Euro CHF. So I'd sort of lost on that one, but gained back down here when I tapped it out, and unfortunately, which was probably not a bad thing, that profited, but then it ends. So some of these, 529 on GBP JPY, 150 on Singapore, 190 on CAD, 301 on Euro JPY. So they're all, this is for the month, the current month. These have all profited out. So, for me, sorry?
Very nice.
Yeah, it is, and two losses out of that, and those losses are easily counted by a lot of those profits. So, good. Now back to these positions, I'm still in positive for a lot of those. So, which means now I'm able to sort of take some more trades if I so choose to do. So we'll have a look through pairs and we'll go from that. So just go across onto the charts. So did any of them profit out for you, Darren, or they stopped
no,
out?
I didn't.
You weren't in any JPYs, were you?
No, not in any JPYs. No.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a bit of movement. A couple went the wrong way. A couple of them went the wrong way, then sort of sucked back in the right direction again. So it's just a bit of general movement, but nothing stopped out, profited out, or anything for me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's interesting though, isn't it? When you're doing this sort of relaxed, more sort of larger movement type trades, there it can move. It has to move a considerable amount before
Yeah.
anything sort of dramatic happens with the trade. So anyway, AUD CAD moved up, came out of the rail a bit, and sucked back again. Right. So there is a bit of CAD news coming up, inflation, but that's not until next week on the 16th. So
But the CAD moved as well, in that pretty much like the US dollar. I think it all sort of
yeah.
CAD pairs moved at this. As I say, just I think when the dollar makes a big move, it pushes everything else around, doesn't it? 'Cause it's so
Oh yeah. Oh
it's
yeah.
so significant. Yeah.
Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Even a pair that's not a dollar pair. It's on the face of it completely unconnected. Still moves.
What, like a JPY? Or there must
Yeah,
have been
JPY.
something that happened with JPY though, I think. There must have been something in there. I went looking, but I couldn't find anything.
Well, I did read. And they did sort of relate it to the. Well, when I find it, I'll tell you. But I did read something, and they did relate what happened to the JPY to the dollar news.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay. And then it moved everything. It's interesting. So AUD CAD, but if I go down AUD USD, they're very similar. See how it pushed up and then sucked back again? It's still going in the right direction though. It's just like it would have been up. I would have been up a whole lot on that. I'm still up 100 pips on it. It's still in the sort of the right direction. But
there we
it
go.
was like,
Japanese yen jumps after US data.
isn't that crazy?
Yeah. In a move, traders said was most likely the result of dollar selling after a weak reading of US consumer inflation rather than official intervention from Tokyo.
Yeah. Hang on just a second. I've got to go and turn the fire down too. Just 1 second. Won't be long. Yeah. Job done. Yeah. So US rather than, yeah, that's interesting, isn't
Most
it?
likely it was cleaning up of positions,
Yeah.
especially short-term traders. Everybody had some long dollar yen on that. They were thinking that maybe 165 or higher was kind of where it was headed.
Yeah. And they just turtle souped them. They just swept them all out and then took them all out. And
position squaring rather than any official moves. There we are. There's another big terminology. Position squaring.
That's the terminology, position squaring. Yeah. It's sort of like ripping people off.
Yeah.
Manipulation of the market. Well, it's been sitting at, what did I see in the news? It was like the Aussie Japanese, it's like on a 30-year high. 30-year.
Yeah.
Like
38, it says here, 38.
wow. Massive, isn't it, eh? It just sort of goes to prove that a trend will continue. If you look at it a big enough time, a trend will continue over time. Anyway.
Well,
Okay.
this drop should present more buying opportunities, I would say.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm thinking too. Don't
That's
worry.
what I'm thinking. I won't be getting in for the sell this time. Yeah, I've
He's
been
learned his lesson.
stung with that a couple of times already.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I can see this coming up and breaking the high. I mean, it's just anyway. We'll see. There, okay, AUD just sort of in the last 24 hours, just sort of mulling. That's okay. AUD JPY is where that jump came down, but I'm still in that trade. Still up 190 pips on it, even though that pushed down. So I don't know how far did it push? 230? Nah, there's no way. Anyway, whatever. I'm still in it at the moment. So I think after such a big move like this, I'm pretty sure we're gonna I mean, I can't see it. Well, it may continue down a bit,
I think it'll sell off
but
a bit further
and then turn.
get the opportunity to get back in again.
Well, I'm pretty sure they've probably worked out that they've knocked most people out.
Yeah. They've knocked you out, Brian. They've been watching you.
I
Right,
don't think so.
right. Let's get him. Let's get him. Enough's enough.
And this tiny little account, I don't think they're too worried about it, right? Anyway, um, so that's AD Jeffrey. Yeah, and look, we've been following this for ages, and just the pullback on it. So we'll see. Um, Adjustment of your stop loss is really quite vital. That could have potentially stop profited that one as well. So just with this sort of more relaxed strategy, it is important, like what you do, Darren, that you have a profit at your external rail.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is a trailing stop on a longer term trade. So
Yeah.
that's what basically where you saw in the history there, majority of those were stop profits. There was only the two that were stop losses. I think you remember yesterday I went, oh, that GA, it's like, oh, I don't know. Let's wait for the news. And that's what it did. So if I had flipped it, it probably would be in a bit of profit now. But, that's just the way it is. AUD NZD still pushing up.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's come back
Yeah.
slightly. Yeah. So this didn't get affected so much by the US news. Anyway, because it was yesterday that New Zealand said that they were potentially looking at maybe lowering the interest rate. So we'll just see. We will just see. Anyway, it's broken the high. So at some point it's going to potentially sell, but I'm pretty sure I've got let me just go and have a look. My stop loss is a fair way down. I'm going to move that up here. I've moved it up to the bottom of this large push up. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah. AUD Singapore, again, that's a bit of a pullback there on this one. Oh, come on. Bit slow in reacting today. About time to turn computer off and back on again, maybe. Probably it's having a bit of a hard time. No rail on this one. What's going on? Go back there. This is lagging a bit. Oh, that's not too good. I will come back to that one anyway. It did push up, it has pulled back. So, yeah, I'm only up 33 pips on this now because of that pullback. But anyway, right. Oh, old trading view is not behaving very well. Come on. Mm. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just reload the page, I think. Well, it's not. Looks like it's not trading yet. It looks like it's just my computer giving me a hard time. Maybe just stuck on that AUD JPY. Yeah. Oh, we might have a bit of a drama here today. Don't know. Yes, doesn't want to move too quickly. You know, it came up to rail and then back out again. So we'll see how that sorts itself out. We looked at AUD USD, CAD CHF. That obviously has, I'm going to buy on that. That's obviously pulled back. Yeah. Sort of going a bit sideways now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I think you're in this as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hmm. And that's obviously, you know, when the US news came, the CAD basically it weakened off as well. Okay. Still in it. Just wait for what happens. CAD-J. This was the one that I got stop profited, or one of the ones. Look at them. We'll see what happens in the next 24 hours. That's the thing will tell us. It's whether we
Well, if
get
it's
another.
following my rules to the letter, I should be thinking about getting in this for the sell, but no, I won't be doing that.
Oh, you know, hey, possibilities are there, aren't they?
It could do, could do. I mean, hopefully it does drop to the bottom rail because that would be a great time to start buying it again, potentially.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
So that's what I'll wait for.
And if it doesn't make the bottom rail, then you're not going to be in it then.
Potentially not. No.
Okay. CHF JPY. Let's see. Now it's interesting that didn't drop as much, but if you remember, this has got. Gotta wait for it to. But there was a whole lot of red triangles up the top here, and I decided to stay out of it because of that. Yeah, look at them all.
Yeah. Yeah. 7 on.
So they're good sort of warning signs, aren't they? They're not necessarily telling you, but at some point it's going to. And with all of that US news, that's there we go. And interesting to
It's
note.
already hit the middle line as well, virtually. You know, that
Yeah,
handle.
yeah, in one move.
Yeah.
Euro AUD. This is going to be a slow process. it has pulled back up a little bit, but it's still down there. I've still got a red, only up 30 pips on it. So there's a lot of sort of movement that occurred. Like I was up, I can't remember, 100 pips on it, but now I'm only up, 30 pips. So big sort of movements that have occurred. All right, Euro CAD. I was on this for a buy. I'm still in it and still up by 50.
Made a nice move today.
Come on, open up. There, it did make a nice move, didn't it? So the euro is still in that nice push up. I don't know with that euro AUD I might, but anyway, we'll see. Euro CAD, that's okay on that. Very nice. Still pushing up. We'll see where it is if the rail comes in. It's not there at the moment. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't want to. I'm definitely going to have to do computer turn off and back on, I think. I don't think it's the internet. It's, oh gosh. No. Looks like we've got a bit of a glitch. Oh, sorry, Darren. This is not going to work, I don't think. Hmm.
It's loading now.
Is it? Oh, yeah, there you can see, yeah. Oh, gosh. We might have to do a chat and call it quits for the. If this is not going to behave, it's just not going to be worth. Oh, here we go. USCHF. So it's sort of like a sat pretty stationary, really, where it was. Yeah, still 24 pips up on it. We'll just, and I think this will probably push further up. It just had a bit of a hiccup through the middle of the week, and then because it's done its majority of push, gosh, that is so slow showing us. But yeah, we'll see what happens into next week. But it is still pushing up at that point. All right. GBP, we'll have a look. Anyway, if it'll load up. Oh, the British pound has strengthened up a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Pushing that euro down. Do you think it's because of the supreme leader, or?
No, it's because of the GDP actual came in higher, a bit higher than forecast. That was 7 a.m.
What?
UK time, and
Yeah.
which just sort of means it's, whereas previously the chat was that we're looking at interest rate cut in August, it's now sort of
Pushing it out a bit.
on a knife edge whether well, actually I would describe whether we'd get the interest rate cut or not. So I think that's giving the pound a bit of a boost.
For the short term.
Yeah,
If they do lower the interest rate, it'll just
the drop.
weaken it off again.
Yeah.
All right, Euro JPY. Maybe it's starting to. So yeah, so this one got stop profited as well. I'll have to go through all of them and take off the ones that I'm pretty sure that one I got knocked out of. Yeah. Euro NZD. Come on.
Yeah, still pushing up. I'm still in it.
Yeah, I would have liked to have been in this and the GN. And I think now the GA would be, but it depends. Like we've got now the rest of a few more weeks until that actual news comes out. So
300, about 307. No, not. How many pips are there? 320 pips up on that one now.
Euro NZD,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think it's, I'm not in that, but it's time for me to look at potentially getting into that. But I might wait until the start, till next week a bit. But you're waiting for it to come out to the rail. It's actually not far away from where you're.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's all right. Euro Singapore. It'll be interesting to see where
well, that
all
shot
these.
and then sucked back down again.
Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, it did, didn't it? But there was a gap over here, but it's taken that gap out over time. Euro USD. That's just
Again,
delayed.
that shot up, it sucked back down a bit, but
Yeah. This will definitely be reset computer time, I think. Something's going on. There's a bit of something happening in the background that's not letting it do its thing too well. Oh yeah, that was a good push up, wasn't it? And then pull back. I think it's got more room to move though. I mean, it's still green and still,
yeah.
Anyway, this is where the GA, I'm out here. So I got knocked out of this one. There's a loss, stop loss, not stop profited.
Yeah.
So it was just really opposite to what, remember, I think you saw me yesterday going like, oh, should I reverse it? Should I? And I just stayed there. So just come on, GA, show us your stuff. So it did push up significantly, didn't it? I still think it's on the wrong side though, but like, hey, we'll see. We've got a few more weeks to go. Well, you got inflation rate coming up on the 17th though. So that could make a bit of a difference. That's next week. See, it never came outside the rail, didn't give us a shot, but it has. Might be short-lived, we'll see. GBP CAD. And this is, why wasn't I in this one?
Well, this is outside the top of the rail, this one now.
For you it is.
Yeah.
Come on. There we go. Yeah, but it hasn't really broken the high that much. So I think that there's more movement potentially within it. We'll see. GBP CAD, I'm not in. Yeah, it's only blue. GBP CHF,
Yeah. It's pushing up as well. So
I'm
again,
still
getting quite
there.
close to the top of the rail now. So
235, 236 pips up on this one. Come on, CHF. Bit of a disaster this morning or today for me.
220 I'm up, so
Yeah, okay.
similar.
If it gets itself sorted. Come on. Must be a lot of data. Anyway, after this, I'll restart. Oh, yeah, see, it hasn't broken the high there. I think it will. On that push up, it's more likely it didn't break the low there.
Yeah.
So more likely to break the high. So I'm going to be staying in this one.
Yeah.
Let me just see where
It's been
my...
in an uptrend at the start of the year, this one.
Yeah. Oh, I need to move my stop loss. Absolutely. There we are. Beauty. Couple of these stop losses I need to sort of sort myself out on. Right. So that's it. GJ I got knocked out of, so I'm gonna put that one back as a blue. I remember I moved the stop loss on that one yesterday. Sorry, the stop profit on that one yesterday. So that worked out very nicely. I profited out on that one, wherever it was. So but yeah, just a little pullback. I don't know about this or whether how far it'll pull back. We'll see. GN. I'm looking, but this is crazy. I should have been in this one.
Well, it's well outside the top of the rail list now, so
Yeah, potentially it'll do a pullback. So we'll see. We've got that news there. Oh God, it's taken ages to get these. Normally take seconds. It's now. Come on. Painful. Yeah, GN. I still think this will break the top. I think we've got a push up and a break out that top. Anyway, GBP Singapore. Again, it's just taking too long to open these up. We might need to.
yeah, not too many to go now. Once you get past the GBPs.
Yeah, true. Come on, come on. Yeah, well, that's still pushing up. See a little suck back on that one as well, but I think we're still in that push up at the moment. GU. I mean, there would have been ones I would have liked to have got in, days ago, but I couldn't because of the amount of trades I was in. GU. Oh, and remember, there was all this US news. I sort of didn't want to.
Yeah.
So British pound had strengthened up a bit, hasn't it? Wow. All right. NCAD, I'm still in this as a sell.
Yes.
And
All back today.
Yeah, it's not doing too bad. NCAD's, I'm still up 68 pips.
Well, it pulled back a lot further, didn't it? Then it sort of sucked back down again.
Yeah.
But initially, when the news dropped, it it really pushed up very quickly.
Yeah, but then, that's all right.
Yeah,
I'm just going to go to that end
yeah,
cam.
I'm still in it.
I'll go and see where my stop loss is. Okay, I need to move that too. I've been a bit remiss, haven't I?
My stop loss is just above the
Yeah,
that pullback.
yeah, mine as well now, which means I have a stop profit, but not, it's not enormous or anything, but that's okay. Oh, NZD CHF, let's go look. Yeah, they're all selling out. What am I doing? I should be, I am, I'm in a sell. Yeah, yeah. Oh, but I'm in a negative at the moment. Actually, I've got it as a buy.
Yeah,
Oh
no, I'm,
no.
I'm in the sell. I'm still in the sell from the top of the
Yeah,
edge.
no, I'm in a buy on this at the moment,
Yeah,
which is weird.
but it's not because you're in buys on the other CHF pairs, aren't you? As I am.
No, well,
CHF,
yeah,
pound
yeah,
CHF.
true. I don't know. It's just the New Zealand dollar has really dropped down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reevaluate what I'm doing here. We don't have any signals, so it just depends on what happens with it from a New Zealand
I've got
perspective.
a short on that on my settings.
You do, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. NZDJPY. Oh, they're starting to jump back again now. Oh gosh. Um, yeah, I got jumped out of that one, but there was a couple of indications that potentially it was going to sell out. So, and that, doesn't matter. Um, Stop profit in that one. NU, yeah, that hasn't necessarily sold out, but I think it will sell more. I'm just thinking that NZDs have gone into a sell now. I'm going to have to look at that NZD CHF. We'll see. Anyway, Singapore Japanese yen, I got knocked out of that one. Sorry, stop profited. If we can, if it'll show us yeah, which is great. That was a fantastic, nice. So what's that? Single day. Oh, you got 150 pips or more out of that one. It did come back. I didn't have a tight enough stop on it. We'll see. Okay. UCAD, keeping away from it. Still, we'll see. I don't know. You'll see it better than me. Wait sooner than. But if the US dollar and the Canadian, they're all sort of like together, it's not going to move very much.
No, it's just continuing to go sideways, this one.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Rubbish. You USD CHF. Now, did that jump up or did that go sideways as well?
No, push down on the US dollar news.
Yeah, okay.
It sucked back up again.
Yeah,
So
because the Swiss franc is still quite weak and
yeah,
the market's
I'm
sort of sort of allocating itself at the moment, isn't it?
yeah.
Okay. And UJ is history. I got chucked out of that the other day. Yeah. Oh, sorry, stop profited. Yeah. Come on. There you go. So yeah, I'm looking at some of those JPYs to get back into them. USD and Singapore. We'll see. So yeah, interesting. JPY is all influenced because of the US dollar, but even UJ pull back down too. It's interesting. I wasn't back into it again. USD in Singapore, has that pulled back down? Yeah, well, that was quite a drop. Okay, so we'll look at potentially. So I've got this on a thing. Gold's at 2,400. Wow, that would have.
Yeah, that's pushed up.
Yeah, I was going to say it would have pushed up. You can see Bitcoin's at 57. Um, oh, yeah, US dollar down, and normally a bit of gold goes up. So yeah, yeah, yep. And then your oil is, oh, it's pushed back up. It's 83.
Yeah.
And cocoa's pushed up as well.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't jump into oil for the day.
Into a sell. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, the red triangle's disappeared now.
Yeah, repainted.
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Well, that's good. Well, there we go. We've struggled through all of that.
Yeah, I was looking at the that US news. So inflation's down
Yeah,
and slightly below forecast as well.
yeah. I think that
So
yeah,
that's what caused the dollar to weaken off.
yeah, I think the US will they're looking at lowering their interest rate now, and that's going to push it right down, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we are. That was the week that was. There is still 24 hours or so to go, but and there may be a bit of movement around or pushing back into wherever the areas are. I'm not likely to take too many trades. I'll look at what happens after the market settles down on after it opens next week
Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
and look at getting into potentially a few trades. We'll see. And some probably late and still pushing. So anyway, I'm quite happy with where it's at. Equity is still up nicely and my balance has increased.
Well,
So I think, yeah, can't complain. What I do need to do is make sure more. The lesson I've learned out of the last 24 hours is just making sure that those stop losses are in a trailing stop a little bit tighter than what potentially I did have them. That would have been stop profited a lot more because you can't avoid those big moves. All right. And we'll have a look again before market opens next week, hopefully, Darren.
yeah.
We'll see what happens. But you have a great weekend.
And you, Brian?
Is it going to be a bit sunny for you, do you think? Or
Oh, this is just it's terrible summer we're having. I mean, we're now getting close to middle of July, which really should be midsummer now, and yeah, it's still pretty miserable.
wow. Because
Really.
last year you were having record highs.
Yeah, we did get some hot temperatures last year, a few hot spells, but um,
This year it's yeah, okay. Well, that's just the way it is. When you think about it as the world is concerned, a year is not that long. So
no,
anyway, we're having a pretty mild. We're having a bit, it's getting a bit wet here now, so we'll just hopefully we can build up some water for our summer. That's my concern at the moment.
yeah.
All right, no worries. Until your Sunday evening, I think it is.
Yeah,
We'll see you then. All right then, ciao.
okay, thanks.